Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to talk about the indications of CT scan in a COVID-19 patient. So what are the indications? When do we do CT scan in a patient who is suspected or who is known COVID-19? And this is very important topic because this will not only prevent unnecessary wastage of resources, also this will prevent unnecessary panic among the patients. There are various guidelines for the indications of CT scan. One set of guidelines have been given by AIIMS, and there is another set of guidelines given by Society of Chest Imaging and Intervention. So if we summarize both the guidelines, the basic gist of indications are same, and we are going to look into them one by one. This has to be understood very clearly, not only by the doctors, but also by the patients, so that there is no unnecessary wastage of resources. So let us start by looking at the indications. Indications of CT scan in COVID-19. The first indication, as mentioned by the AIIMS protocol as well as by the Society of Chest Imaging and Intervention, both of them, the first indication is broadly speaking for diagnosis purpose. But let us understand it very clearly. In what other cases when we use the CT scan for diagnostic purpose? It is used as a diagnostic tool when the report of the RT-PCR is not available. It's not available at least within 48 hours. Either it's not available totally or it's not available within 48 hours. And if you delay the treatment, the course of the disease might change. In that case, you might need to do a CT scan for diagnostic purpose. Second, we do use the CT scan for diagnostic purpose if the patient is having symptoms of COVID-19, but the RT-PCR is negative. And next indication is when the patient is having moderate to severe symptoms of shortness of breath, respiratory distress, and the patient has gone to the emergency of a hospital and they have a triage system to categorize the patient into COVID and non-COVID. And for rapid triage, they do a CT scan to isolate the patients at a very early stage because the RT-PCR report is going to take time. So in that case, CT scan is indicated, but that is not an absolute indication for CT scan. It depends on the setup, it depends on the hospital, it depends on the protocol of that hospital. So third will be, depends on the hospital, it will be for rapid triage in patients who go to emergency with moderate to severe symptoms. So I repeat, who are the patients for whom we use CT scan of the chest for diagnosis of COVID-19? Number one, when the report of COVID-19 is not available or will be available 48 hours after sampling, and the course of the treatment might change if such a long delay is expected. Number two, if the RT-PCR report is negative, but the patient is having symptoms of COVID-19, we can go for a CT scan. Number third, it depends on the hospital setup. A hospital setup might be having a rapid triage system where they put moderate to severe symptoms patients into the CT scan for quick categorization into COVID and non-COVID. The next group of indication, as recommended by both the AIIMS protocol as well as by the Society of Chest Imaging and Intervention, let us look into the other indications of CT scan used for management purpose. Suppose the patient has been diagnosed with COVID-19 and now the patient is undergoing treatment. Suppose the patient was having moderate symptoms of COVID-19, his saturation was between 90 to 94, and the patient was maintaining the saturation with oxygen over 94. Now the symptom starts worsening and the patient's saturation now falls below 90. Now in these situations where the patient's symptoms are worsening despite on treatment, you would like to modify your treatment or you would like to add a higher step of treatment in patients who are symptomatic. In these patients, we need to do a CT scan because the course of treatment is going to change. So for management purpose, we do CT scan when symptoms worsen and your course of treatment is going to change. Like from nasal oxygen, nasal cannula, you might have to shift the patient to high flow oxygen. A patient is on high flow oxygen, the patient might be requiring a ventilator or a non-invasive ventilation. If the symptoms are worsening, then the patient requires a CT scan. This is a very important indication for CT scan. Now, there are other reasons to do a CT scan also. Suppose the patient is having symptoms and the clinician is also suspecting some underlying other disease or other associated illness, like patient having symptoms of tuberculosis as well. So in that case, CT scan might be done for any other underlying disease like tuberculosis. Then after that, it is also necessary to understand, suppose a patient is admitted and is undergoing treatment in an ICU and the patient suddenly saturation drops. Suddenly the patient's symptoms worsens to such an extent that you are not suspecting that this worsening is due to COVID-19. You are suspecting some other associated critical illness, and this might be a pulmonary embolism. So suppose if you are suspecting any other cardiopulmonary emergency, in that case, you can do a CT scan. Suppose you are suspecting pulmonary embolism, in that case, you can get a CT scan. So these are the different indications of CT scan for management purpose. Now, after we have done what are the role of CT scan in diagnosis, what is the role of CT scan in management, let us see what is the role of CT scan in COVID-19 patients during follow-up of the patient after discharge. Now let us see the indications of CT scan during follow-up of the patients. Again, we have to keep in mind that CT scan is not indicated for routine follow-up of the patients who have recovered from COVID-19. Okay, the only indication for CT scan in follow-up of patients were for patients whose symptoms are not improving or symptoms are worsening, or the patient's pulmonary function tests they are worsening. If any of these findings are present in the follow-up, then only we think about doing a CT scan. So let us see what are the indications of CT scan for follow-up. It's not for routine follow-up. CT scan should not be done for routine follow-up. So when do we do CT scan in follow-up? When the symptoms are not improving, when the symptoms are not improving, or the symptoms are worsening, or if the PFT, that is the pulmonary function tests, are not improving. So we don't do CT scan of the chest on routine follow-up of a patient who has recovered from COVID-19, because there used to be a method to do a follow-up CT scan to look for the post-COVID fibrosis. But post-COVID fibrosis is commonly seen in most of the patients who have recovered from symptomatic COVID-19. So it has been found in the current pandemic study, there has been publications which shows that the post-COVID pulmonary lesion starts regressing after 6 months of the disease. And there has been a previous epidemic, the first SARS epidemic, and where it was found that after 6 months there was regression of the symptoms, there was regression of the lung lesions, and after 7 years they totally disappear. This trend is expected to be followed in the current pandemic also. Therefore, routine follow-up CT scans are not recommended. So what we saw regarding the indications of CT scan in COVID patients, there are three basic indications. First, in diagnostic purpose, not for all. It should not be routinely used for diagnostic purpose. We have already seen the criteria when it is used for diagnosis. Number two, it is used for management only when a CT scan can change the step of management. And number three, for follow-up of patients of COVID-19. These are the indications for them. The purpose of this video has been to reduce the panic among the patients, to reduce the panic among the relatives, to stop spreading the rumor that CT scan is must for COVID-19 patients, and to save the resources for the patients who actually need them. And that there should be awareness among all the patients and all the relatives and all the people who hear about this CT scan in COVID-19. They should know when to do and when not to do. So there are very few indications of a CT scan, and there are a lot many situations when it is done, but it is not necessary. So these are the recommendations. There are two. The one is the AIIMS protocol, and second is the Society of Chest Imaging and Intervention. So these are the main two protocols that is followed, and these were the broad indications of CT scan in COVID-19. So having understood the indications of CT scan in COVID-19, let us understand two important terms that we see while we go through the reports of a CT scan. So there are two important things that we come across. The one is the CORADS scoring, and the second is the CT severity index. We should have a very clear idea what this means when it comes to the CT scan. So let us come first to the CORADS scoring. Now we have to be very clear that when we see that a CORADS score is 5 or 6 or 3 or 4, whatever, this has nothing to do with the severity of our disease. This CORADS scoring is just depicts the likelihood of you having the COVID-19 infection. It is basically the more the CORADS score, the more likely of you to have the COVID-19 infection rather than how severe the disease is. The CORADS scoring has nothing to do with the severity of the disease. Now let us see the CORADS scoring system. This is the CORADS scoring system. So what does it mean? A patient who is having CORADS 1, it means that the patient has no evidence of any pneumonia, whether it be viral or bacterial. The patient does not have any evidence of pneumonia. When the report says CORADS 2, it means that there is some abnormality, but it is not associated with COVID-19. It is probably due to some bacterial pneumonia or some other viral pneumonia. It is highly unlikely to be COVID-19. When it is CORADS 3, it is indeterminate. Also, it is very unlikely to have this COVID-19 infection, but there is definitely some pneumonia present. In CORADS 4, there is high likelihood of you to be suffering from COVID-19, and CORADS 5 says that the features are typical of COVID-19. Now, what is CORADS 6? Then CORADS 6 is when you have a documented reporting of RT-PCR which says that you are COVID positive. So these are the CORADS scoring that has to be very clearly understood, and it is said here that this has nothing to do with the severity of the disease. It only depicts the level of suspicion of COVID-19 infection. This is very clear. Now we move ahead to another scoring system, that is the CTSI scoring system, CT Severity Index. As the name suggests, this is a scoring index that decides the extent of the disease involving the lung, and also depending on that you can decide how aggressively the treatment has to be. So basically the CT severity index indicates how severe the disease is, what is the burden of the disease in each lung, and how aggressive the treatment has to be. How do we get a CT severity index score? So to determine that, we have to understand that this is our right lung and this is suppose our left lung. The right lung is divided into 3 lobes and the left lung is divided into 2 lobes. The right lung has basically 3 segments. So it is the right upper lobe, it is the right middle lobe, and the right lower lobe. And similarly, the left lung has only 2, the left upper lobe and the left lower lobe. The CT severity index basically determines the degree of involvement of each segment. So how do we get a maximum score of 25? Because each segment has been scored from 0 to 5. So the maximum score that can be present is 25. What is 0? 0 means there is no involvement of the lung. 1 means when you get a CT severity score of 1, it means that there is only less than 5% involvement. When you get a score of 2, it means that it is around 5 to 25% of that lung segment has been involved. When you get a score of 3, it is around 26 to 50% involvement. Score of 4 means 50 to 75% involvement. And score of 5 means that it is around more than 75% involvement. So this is the severity of the disease involving each segment of the lung. Each segment of the lung is reported from 0 to 5, and we get to know how much is the total score, and depending on the total score we can identify how much severe the disease is. Now again, there is a classification for the severity of the disease. So how do we interpret the total scoring of the CT severity index? If the score is less than 8, it is considered to be mild. If the score is from 9 to 15, it is moderate. And if the score is more than 15, it is severe. So that's what we have to know about the CT severity index, the CORADS, and the indications of CT scan. This will definitely help in reducing the panic among the patients. This will definitely help in creating awareness regarding the use of CT scan, and definitely prevent the wastage of resources. Stay tuned to this channel for more lectures. If you find this video useful, drop your feedback in the comment section and like, share, and subscribe the channel. Thank you for watching this video.